Hello, good morning. My name is Cory. I'm a current Modern Apprentice at Scottish Borders Council, and I'm going to be taking you on my sort of day-to-day responsibilities throughout the week for Modern Apprenticeship week. So I'm currently on my way to work now. I'm running a bit late, but it is actually a very nice day outside, which is good after all the storms. So I will see you when I'm in the office, and I'll show you a bit about what I do in my day. So I have arrived at my office, which is my little desk that I work from most days. So I just need to get my laptop out, plug it in, get my setup all ready, and then we'll be ready to go. So I've arrived, I'm ready to go. I've got my laptop all set up. I've got a few meetings this morning, but before then I just sort of wanted to speak a bit about my job and sort of responsibilities that I have. And then after my meeting, I'll tell you a bit about the sort of process around how I got my Modern Apprenticeship, right the way from the sort of application interview point right the way until where I am now. And I'm 6 months into my Modern Apprenticeship, and it's a 2-year contract that I'm on, which is really good for sort of job security, because at the time I was really sort of needing a job and really looking for a job, and I was just really happy that this sort of came along, because it's given me the opportunity to learn and also, you know, do something different every day within my sort of responsibilities. So I'm the lead young person for the Champions Board, and my sort of responsibility was to, you know, set up and fully sort of develop and establish a Champions Board approach here in the Scottish Borders. A Champions Board is a sort of group / platform for care experienced young people to come forward and have a voice and, you know, speak face to face with sort of key decision makers that are making decisions about their life, and sort of influence the way that we sort of move forward within the sort of participation work that we're doing, and really sort of have a say around that. In the past 6 months that I've been working, I've sort of set that up, and now my day-to-day responsibility is to, you know, sort of keep that going and, you know, almost sort of look after the sort of maintenance of the group and make sure that it's running smoothly and we're up to date and we're planning far enough ahead and things, and also looking at sort of next steps and what we do. So that's my sort of really brief sort of job description. But within my Modern Apprenticeship, I get to do loads of other like small projects that I might not get to do if I was solely working on that. I get to sort of have a look at sort of different aspects and different projects, smaller projects that, you know, I can sort of have a little input in and sort of, you know, drop in and drop out of when needed and things. So I need to jump into my meeting, but after that I'll sort of, like I said, sort of explain a bit about the process of being a Modern Apprenticeship, how I became a Modern Apprenticeship, and also, you know, how I manage being a Modern Apprenticeship, you know, with sort of my workload and things. So after my meeting, I'll tell you all about that. So I've just finished all my meetings that I have this morning. It's almost lunchtime. I'm absolutely starving, so I'm about to go and get some lunch. But before I go, I just wanted to sort of speak about my journey, right the way from sort of when I started the application process, and, you know, what that looked like right the way through the interview process until I actually started the job, in that sort of first few months, and what it sort of felt like, and some of the worries that I had, and, you know, what they actually, you know, what the job looked like and what it sort of shaped into be. So I started the job about 6 months ago, but probably about 7 or 8 months ago, I filled out the application form because someone suggested it to me and thought that I'd be a really good fit for the role. I fitted all the sort of criteria. So I filled out an application form and I got the interview. I was really nervous about the interview, but you know, it went really well, obviously, because I got the job. But it went really well. They gave me lots of opportunities to ask questions, and, you know, it sort of gave me a better understanding around what they were going to be expecting from me. And I feel like, you know, as each day goes on, it becomes more and more clear, and I think I have a better understanding myself about what's expected of me within the sort of role and the sort of job that I'm doing. I started the job and I was just really worried that, you know, when I started my Modern Apprenticeship, I was only 19. And, you know, some of my colleagues that I'm working with have been working for the council for, you know, 15, 20 years plus. And that was like really daunting for me, and because I thought that a lot of my ideas or suggestions or, you know, thoughts around, you know, certain things wouldn't necessarily be given the same amount of time or the same amount of like consideration as some of the people that have been working here longer. And really it was the total opposite. You know, I've been really sort of like welcomed into Scottish Borders Council, you know, the support network that's here, not just, you know, within the council, but there's also, you know, MA forums that I go along to. We call it our MA community, which is all lots of MAs that are going through the same experience, you know, that are around the same age and things. So I've met loads of friends working here as well, and really sort of developed and built relationships that, you know, are forming and sort of changing on a day-to-day basis, which is really good. Something that I really like about being a Modern Apprentice here and working with you know, my colleagues is that, you know, if there's a piece of work that I can get on with, they let me get on with it, and it's not like they're constantly looking over my shoulder. I know that they're there if I need support, they can help me, and like I said, the support that is available you know, is great. So I really have the opportunity to just get on with a lot of the work, and then also block out time for a lot of my college work. It was really stressful when I first started because there is lots of like things to get used to, a lot of language that I wasn't used to, you know, like there's a lot of like abbreviations and things that I had no clue what was going on, and I would sit in a meeting and be like, yeah, and really I had no idea what people were talking about. But, you know, like the more confident I got, the more I was like, actually, could you just explain what that means? And, you know, people were more than happy to do it. So now I feel like because of that, I can, you know, get on with my work that I need to do each day, you know, confidently, and, you know, just feel secure in the sort of work that I'm doing, and then be able to present it to people in, you know, a confident manner. It's now slightly later on in the day. I had my lunch and then I just caught up on a few emails that I needed to do, but now I'm on my way. As part of my Modern Apprenticeship and as part of my job, I get to do loads of other things that aren't just office-based. For example, I'm on my way to the local youth club, which I go out and help on some days. It's also where our Champions Board is run from. So just from doing my Modern Apprenticeship, it's opened so many more opportunities that I can put on my CV and things, which is always good. So I'm on my way there now, and then after that, it'll be home time. Hello, it's now the following day. I'm doing a bit of essay writing for college. I'm working from home today and just doing a few bits and bobs, and I've also got one meeting this afternoon, but I blocked out the whole morning just so I could get some essays finished. So I'm going to finish the video here. I really hope you've enjoyed coming along to work with me, and I hope that you've learned or, you know, got a better understanding around, you know, what some Modern Apprentices do. And yeah, I hope you've really enjoyed it, and I hope that it's answered some of your questions. So I will, you know, see you later.